Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the United States Navy Memorial, a truly fitting place to welcome our Navy's newest Chief Petty Officers. As they join the rich 131-year legacy, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests, admirals, generals, and senior executives attending the ceremony. The Chief Petty Officer pinning ceremony is public recognition of the most significant career milestone for our Navy enlisted ranks, and we are grateful you are here to share it with our fiscal year 2025 Pentagon Area Chief Petty Officer Selects. I am Command Master Chief Matthew Logston, your Master of Ceremonies. Please silence all electronic devices, and this will be a covered event for military guests. Wait 1 second for. Please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for arrival of the fiscal year 2025 Pentagon Area Chief Petty Officer Selects, presentation of colors, and the invocation. Bosun, post the side boys.
Aye, Master Chief. Side boys, post! Side boys, face!
Deputy Chief of Chaplains, Reserve Matters, arriving. Chief of Naval Operations, arriving. Bosun, post the side boys.
Aye, Master Chief. Side boys, face! Side boys, post!
Distinguished members of the official party, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the fiscal year 2025 Pentagon Area Chief Petty Officer Selects. Chief Selects, mark time, march. Anchors, away. Advance the colors. retire the colors.
Colors turn. March.
Chaplain Mashinsky will offer the invocation.
I invite you to pray with me. God of grace and life, today we celebrate and launch another cadre of card-carrying, khaki-clad United States Navy chiefs. Individually, each is a unique blend of body, mind, and spirit, and together they are connected through the mess and are here today as we all are because of others. Thank you for the families, the friends, the partners and allies, even a few antagonists who have brought out the best in them and in us. For the sake of these teams and certainly the warfighters they will lead to excellence, continue to shape, inspire, and knit together those who are pinned here today. May we all join the chorus of generations past who have sung the words penned by Catherine Lee Bates. Oh, beautiful for patriots' dream that sees beyond the years, and oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved and mercy more than life. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and shed it upon this ceremony, crowning thy good with brotherhood and sisterhood from sea to shining she. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Mashinsky. Will the guests please be seated? Selectees, parade, rest. As Chief Petty Officers, we're often referred to as the backbone of the Navy, the anchor that keeps it steady. The fouled anchor is a symbol associated with the U.S. Navy and represents Chief Petty Officers. Chief Stegall will now read the Chief Fouled Anchor.
The foul anchor is an emblem of the rank of Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy. The fouled anchor has long been the symbol of the Chief Petty Officer. In terms of the chief, the fouled anchor symbolizes the trials and tribulations that every Chief Petty Officer must endure on a daily basis. Attached to the anchor is a length of chain and the letters U, S, N. To the novice, the anchor, chain, and letters only identify a Chief Petty Officer of the United States Navy, but to a chief, these have a more noble and glorious meaning. The U stands for unity, which reminds us of cooperation, maintaining harmony, and continuity of purpose and action. The S stands for service, which reminds us of service to our God and our fellow man and our Navy. The N stands for navigation, which reminds us to keep ourselves on a true course so that we may walk upright before God and man in our transactions with all mankind, but especially with our fellow chiefs. The chain is symbolic of flexibility and reminds us of the chain of life that we forge day by day, link by link, and may it be forged with honor, morality, and virtue. The anchor is emblematic of the hope and glory of the fulfillment of all God's promises to our souls. The golden or precious anchor by which we must be kept steadfast in faith and encouraged to abide in our proper station amidst the storms of temptation, affliction, and persecution. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Stegall. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our presiding officer and guest speaker for today's ceremony, Admiral Lisa Franchetti, Chief of Naval Operations.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Isn't this a great Navy day? Woo, a little bit of hoo-yahs there. All right, Acting Secretary Mancinelli, flag, general officers, senior enlisted leaders, distinguished guests, active and reserve sailors, our civilian teammates, and most importantly, the family and friends of our Navy Chief Selects and our Navy Chief Selects, it is truly an honor to be with you here today at the Navy Memorial. I can think of no better place to have this event than right here. And I know you wish you were outside, so imagine that you're outside right now, sitting at the home of the world's largest granite sea. It's the home of the stories of our sailors. It's the home of the National Chiefs Mess. So let me start this morning by saying thank you very much to the Navy Band and the Ceremonial Guard for adding so much to our celebration, and let's give them a round of applause so they can hear it. And thank you to all of our sailors, civilians, and joint teammates here today. Thank you for answering our nation's call to service and for being part of the world's preeminent fighting force. I'd also like to extend my thanks to all the families, the friends, and the mentors, both who are here today, those of you who are watching virtually, and those that you all represent, for your own service and for your sacrifice. We cannot do what we do every day without you. It's really because of your love, your support, your encouragement that we can be here today to welcome our Navy's newest chiefs into America's warfighting Navy. Thank you for having such an outsized impact on the lives of your sailors. How about a big round of applause for all our families and support networks out there? Well, today really is a great Navy Day, and in a few moments, we will bear witness to a time-honored tradition, one that is steeped in over 130 years of naval history, as our selectees pin on their anchors, don their covers, and begin their journey as deck plate leaders, Navy Chiefs. This afternoon's ceremony, the pinning of our Chief Petty Officers, signifies a critical milestone in the lives of these sailors, one that represents years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, and one that only a handful in our Navy will ever achieve. It is truly a day they will remember for the rest of their lives. The responsibilities and expectations of a Navy chief are unlike that of any other leader in our armed forces. They emulate our Navy's core values of honor, courage, and commitment. They're caretakers of Navy history and tradition, and they're leaders of character, culture, and competency, molded by their years of experience out in the fleet. As our Navy's senior enlisted leaders, chiefs are charged with the great responsibility of training, mentoring, and developing our future warfighters. And while teaching a young seaman may be different from mentoring an ensign or advising a captain or even an admiral, the expectation remains the same. Chiefs must be able to do it all. And let me tell you that there is no greater impact on a sailor than the mentorship and guidance provided by their chief. To this day, I still think about my first chiefs, Chief Jones, Chief Satriano, and Chief Salvatore. Chief Jones was my very first chief at my very first command, Navy Reserve Readiness Command, Region 13. Chief Jones ensured that Ensign Franchetti got off on the right foot. Chief Satriano and Chief Salvatore were my chiefs on my first ship. I was brand new to the fleet, and I was just assigned my very first division of 70 sailors, a journalism major responsible for engineers. It was overwhelming at first, but my chiefs took me under their wing, and they taught me everything I needed to know. They taught me that the worst day at sea is still better than any day ashore. They taught me that the crusted, leathery coating on the inside of a chief's mug added flavor. They taught me that the chief sees everything but admires nothing. And they taught me that the leadership skills I'd learned out on the deck plates were far better than any of the leadership books in my stateroom. 39 years later, the best lessons on leadership have come from my chiefs. They taught me that every sailor has value and can achieve exceptional performance if given the tools and the time to succeed. They reinforced the importance of listening to and getting to know our sailors and taking a personal interest in their lives and in what they had to say. And they taught me the value of teamwork, especially in the face of adversity, and that there is nothing we can't do if we work together with a common vision where everyone understands the importance of their role and how they can connect their dot to our mission. My chiefs invested in me, and I strive every day to be the leader that they wanted me to be. Their mentorship and the mentorship from all the senior enlisted leaders I've served with along the way helped me become the officer and the leader I am today. And I know I would not be standing here today as a 33rd Chief of Naval Operations without my chiefs and the broader chiefs mess that I've had the pleasure to serve with these last 39 years. So as I wrap up, I'd be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to pass on to you, our Navy's newest chiefs, a few of my own thoughts on leadership and what I consider most important about being a leader of consequence in this decisive decade. So over the past 39 years, I've distilled my thoughts into 6 key principles, and they're principles which guide me and keep me focused on what matters most. The first one, integrity matters. It is the foundation of trust, both up and down our chain of command, so we can build connectedness and cohesion within our teams. Chiefs must be authentic, and their actions must be consistent with the team's values and priorities. Navy chiefs take full responsibility for their actions and stand up for what is right. Their character must be beyond reproach. The second principle, people matter. We can have great technology, great platforms, and the best equipment in the world, and we do, but without our amazing people to operate it, we can't go anywhere or do anything. Sailors need to know their purpose. They need to know their value. They need to know and understand how to do their job. Navy chiefs help our sailors connect their dot to our mission. The third principle, warfighting excellence matters. This is where we make our money in the Navy. And I want to be clear, we're not just sailors, we are all warfighters. And we must view everything we do through a warfighting lens. Chiefs must be the master of their rating and remain sharp on their procedures and their tactics. Only then can they train and develop our future warfighters. Navy chiefs are mission-focused and accountable for outcomes. They give their sailors the tools, the time, and the training necessary to ensure that we are ready to deter any potential adversary and that we're ready to fight and win decisively in war if called to do so. The fourth principle, as I mentioned earlier, teamwork matters. The whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts, and together we have the power to unleash the full potential of our sailors and our teams. Navy chiefs foster environments that promote transparency, empowerment, and inclusion that enable our teams to succeed, despite many challenges. The fifth principle, safety matters. What we do in the Navy every day is dangerous. Whether you're out to sea or stationed ashore, accidents happen and the enemy always gets a vote. As leaders, we always need to be on the lookout, no matter how routine or repetitive something may seem. Navy chiefs make safety part of their everyday lives, and they're always antennas up and ready to break the error chain. And finally, the sixth principle, attitude makes a difference. Approaching every day with a winning mindset. Stuff happens to everyone. On deployment, at work, at home, nobody can avoid it. And when that stuff does happen, it's how you react that matters. and your sailors will be paying attention to how you react. Navy chiefs embrace everything they do with positivity and a winning mindset. Their authenticity will set the tone. So before we jump into the pinning ceremony, and I know that you are all eager to get up here and put those anchors on, let me just leave you with one final thought. When you leave today, nobody will know how long you've been a chief. They will just see that you are the chief. So when you get back to your places of work and back to your commands, embrace the weight of the anchors you have on your collars. Lean into the responsibility that you've been entrusted with and be the chief. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your continued dedication to our nation. And thank you to all of our families for their support, service, and sacrifice. Every single one of you makes a difference every day, and you play a critical role in America's warfighting Navy. I could not be more proud to serve alongside you, and I cannot wait to see what this group of Navy chiefs, our newest group of deck plate leaders, will do. Congratulations, and bravo Zulu, Navy Chiefs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Admiral Franchetti. Bosun, post aside, boys.
Aye, Master Chief. Side boys, post. Side boys, face.
One of the distinctive trademarks of the American Blue Jacket sailor is the white hat, which symbolizes the long and proud tradition of the Navy's core values of honor, courage, and commitment. However, these sailors assembled here today no longer wear that cover. Instead, these sailors join the ranks of the Chief Petty Officer. They will don a new cover, a symbol of the position and responsibility representing an equally long and proud tradition of service. It is tradition that the sponsor of the new Chief Petty Officer represents the new cover, or what we call the hat, to the new chief. Chief Petty Officer selectees, attention. I will now read their frocking letter. Authority to assume the title and wear the uniform of a Chief Petty Officer. Per the Military Personnel Manual, Section 1420, Tac 060, you are authorized to assume the title and wear the uniform of a Chief Petty Officer effective immediately. Your appointment carries with it the obligation that you exercise increased authority and willingly accept greater responsibility. Occupying now a position of greater authority, you must strive with a renewed dedication toward the valued ideal of service with honor. Per the Military Personnel Manual, you will not be entitled to pay or other monetary allowances for a Chief Petty Officer until you actually advance to the pay grade for which you have been selected. But congratulations anyways. At this time, selectees will be pinned by their respective guests and will be covered by with their sponsors. You ready? All right. Chief Select Allen, Chief Select Austin, front and center. Chief Select Allen will be pinned by his mother, Theba Allen, and father, Darrell Allen. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Senior Chief Williams. Chief Select Austin will be pinned by his wife, Claudia Austin, and Chief Kelly Alston. He will be covered by his sponsor, Senior Chief Riles. Please come down. They're waiting. Welcome to the Navy, Gunny. Now let's get this over with here. Chief Allen, and we'll just call you Gunnery Sergeant Austin, arriving. Chief Select Battle Baker and Chief Select Brown, front and center, please. Chief Select Battle Baker will be pinned by her stepmother, Karen Baker, and her father, Michael Baker. She'll be covered by her sponsor, Chief Rivera. Chief Select Brown will be pinned by her mother, Ella Brown, Aunt Brenda Cornett, Aunt Vanessa Cooper, and her friend, Ophelia Mitchell Simmons. She will be covered by her sponsor, Chief Davia. Chief Battle Baker and Chief Brown, arriving. Chief Select Kudup and Chief Select Desaline, front and center, please. Chief Select Crudup will be pinned by his wife, Christine Crudup, daughters Aubrey and Jalen, and his mentor, Alice Westbrook. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Chief Nance. Chief Select Desaline will be pinned by her husband, Patrick Desaline, and her sons, Peyton and Elijah. She'll be covered by her mentor, Master Chief Beckwall. All right. I think that's a good omen. Chief Crudup and Chief Desaline arriving. Chief Select Dobbs and Chief Select Edwards, front and center, please. Chief Select Dobb will be pinned by her father, Todd Wright, and her mother, Lisa Wright. She will be covered by her sponsor, Chief Alsbury. Chief Select Edwards will be pinned by her father, Carl Haas, stepmother, and Natalie Haas, daughter Carmen, and Chief Rigsby. She will be covered by her sponsor, Chief Afflerbaugh, excuse me. I tried. Chief Dobbs and Chief Edwards arriving. Chief Select Garcia and Chief Select Howard, front and center, please. Chief Select Garcia will be pinned by his wife, Mila Garcia, daughter Gianna, and her son Rowan, and son Rowan. He will be covered by his sponsor, Senior Chief Zisler. Chief Select Howard will be pinned by his wife, Carlia Howard, and her mother, Connie Howard. He will be covered by his sponsor, Chief Stegall. Chief Garcia and Chief Howard arriving. Chief Select Unaman and Chief Select Lacroix, front and center. Chief Select Unaman will be pinned by her sister, Dania Hernandez Plata, brother Giovanna Hernandez Plata, husband Walter Unaman, son Jaden, and Chief Buchanan. She'll be covered by her sponsor, Chief Wittes. Chief Select Lacroix will be pinned by her friend Ciandra Garcia and her daughter Leah Lewis. She'll be covered by her sponsor, Chief Phillips. Chief Unaman, and Chief Lacroix. Arriving. Chief Select Moore and Chief Select Munoz, front and center, please. Chief Select Moore will be pinned by his father, Richard Moore, and friend, Lauren Heller. He will be covered by his sponsor, Chief Espinoza. Chief Select Munoz will be pinned by his spouse, Jessica Munoz, and his mother, Maria Rentes. He will be covered by his brother, retired, Munoz. Chief Moore and Chief Munoz, arriving. Chief Select Rumbach and Chief Select Sanchez, front and center, please. Chief Select Rumbach will be pinned by his wife, Michelle Rumbach, and daughter, Kayla. He will be covered by his sponsor, Chief Skorup. Chief Select Sanchez will be pinned by Senior Chief McCarthy and Chief Hamilton. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Senior Chief McCarthy. Chief Rumbach and Chief Sanchez, arriving. Chief Select Smith and Chief Select Soriano, front and center, please. Chief Select Smith will be pinned by Chief Franklin and mother, Anita Williams. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Chief Franklin. Chief Select Soriano will be pinned by his mentors, Senior Chief Wilkins, retired, and Chief Nance. He'll be covered by his sponsor, yes, Chief Nance. Chief Smith and Chief Soriano, arriving. Chief Select Spears and Chief Select Wallace, front and center, please. Chief Select Spears will be pinned by his husband, Kenny Brown, and mentor, Chief Arsenault, retired. He will be covered by his sponsor, Senior Chief Clark. Chief Select Wallace will be pinned by his wife, Carol Martino, and friend, Lieutenant Huddleston. He will be covered by Warrant Officer her. Sorry, ma'am. Chief Spears and Chief Wallace, arriving. Chief Select Williams and Chief Select Zebarth, front and center, please. Chief Select Williams will be pinned by his wife, Ashley Williams, and mother, Cantina Adkins. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Chief Bright. Chief Select Zebarth will be pinned by his father, Kurt Zebarth, his wife, Ashley, son, Bryson, and daughter, Tyalen. He'll be covered by his sponsor, Chief Taylor. Chief Williams and Chief Zebarth, arriving. Bosun, post the side boys.
Aye, Master Chief. Side boys, face! Side boys, post!
Ladies and gentlemen, Command Master Chief Matthew Harris will now read the Chief Petty Officer's Creed.
All chiefs, past, present, and honorary chief petty officers, attention to the Chief's Creed. During the course of initiation, you have been caused to humbly accept challenge and face adversity. This you have accomplished with rare good grace. Pointless as some of these challenges may have seemed, there were valid, time-honored reasons behind each pointed barb. Your faith in the fellowship of chief petty officers was necessary to overcome these hurdles. The goal was to instill in you that trust is inherent with the donning of the uniform of a chief petty officer. Our intent was to impress upon you that challenge is good, a great and necessary reality which cannot mar you, which in fact strengthens you. In your future as a chief petty officer, you will be forced to endure adversity far beyond what has thus far been imposed upon you. You must face each and every challenge and adversity with the same dignity and good grace you have already demonstrated. By experience, by performance, and by testing, you have been advanced to Chief Petty Officer. In the United States Navy, and only in the United States Navy, the rank of E7 carries with it unique responsibilities and privileges you're expected to fulfill and bound to observe. Your entire way of life is changed. More will be expected of you. More will be demanded of you. Not because you're an E7, but because you are now a Chief Petty Officer. You have not merely been promoted a pay grade. You have joined an exclusive fellowship. As in all fellowships, you have a special responsibility to your comrades, even as they have a special responsibility to you. This is why we, in the United States Navy, maintain with pride our feelings of accomplishment once we have attained the position of Chief Petty Officer. Your responsibility and privileges do not appear in print. They have no official standing. They cannot be referred to by name, number, nor file. They have existed for over 100 years because of chiefs before you have freely accepted responsibility beyond the call of printed assignment. Their actions and their performance demanded the respect of their seniors as well as their juniors. It is required that you be the fountain of wisdom, the ambassador of goodwill, the authority in personal relations as well as in technical applications. Ask the chief is a household phrase in and out of the Navy. You are the chief. The exalted position you have achieved, and the word exalted is used advisedly, it only exists because of the service, character, and performance of the chiefs before you, and it shall only exist as long as you and your fellow chief maintain these standards. It was our intention that you never forget this day. It was our intention to test you, to try you, and to accept you. Your performance has assured us that you will wear the hat with the same pride your comrades in arms before you. We take a deep and sincere pleasure in clasping your hand and accepting you as a Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy.
Thank you, Command Master Chief Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction. Anchors away and remain standing for the departures of the official party.
As most of you know, and military or not, the rating, we are rated as the occupational excellence that we expect in the skill set that we have. I saw the list of all the rates that we have represented. There's none for Seabees, which are your engineering aid, your electricians, your builders, and that's kind of appropriate because today we are all rated as builders. We are here and we are supportive of these new chiefs, and we're all together in building not just a great Navy, but a great nation. So today, if you know this hymn, I think you know the tune, feel free to hum along because it's all about us. It's all about this mission that we have as a team together, as honorary builders, as a cadre, a community of builders, or Seabees. So this verse of the Navy hymn includes a reference to all of us here today, whether you're present in person or whether you're virtual. Lord, stand beside all those who build, and give us courage, strength, and skill. Lord, give us peace of heart and mind, and comfort loved ones left behind. Lord, hear our prayer for all CBs, where'er they be on land or sea. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Mashinsky. Chief Petty Officers, anchors away. All right. Bosun, post aside, boys.
Aye, Master Chief. Side boys, post. Side boys, face.
Chief of Naval Operations, departing. Deputy of Chaplains, Reserve Matters, departing. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. You are invited to join us for a reception in the Delbert D. Black National Chief Mess for refreshments and receiving line to wish and congratulate our newest Chief Petty Officers.